guys, Shannon here. Welcome back to Got to Go Prepared. Been a little while since I did a video. Crazy busy. Winter's been nuts. Hope everybody's doing well. Decided today it's pouring down rain here, and I decided I wanted some soup, or it's kind of cold out today. The other day it was 80 degrees. Today it's like 60 and rain. But Middle Tennessee weather, and I think it's that way all the way up through the Ohio Valley. It's just nutty weather. But I wanted to try something that I've had for a while. I've never tried any of it, and that is this right here. This is the Patriot Pantry dehydrated food. I have several varieties of the 72-hour kits of this, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's the same owner as the My Patriot Supply, which is advertised on the radio a lot and different places. I think it's the same company. One company is based here in Nashville, Tennessee. The other one's based out west, but they're, from what I understand, the same company, so the food's going to be the same. And I have a little bit of both companies' product. But today, I decided I wanted to eat some soup or something, and I knew I had this loose, and this is the Traveler's Stew, which I believe is in their 72-hour kits. You can go on their webpage, mypatriotpantry.com. See if I can get a little shot of it on the back there, and then there's a phone number. I ordered this when there was some really good promos and deals, and I don't know what promotion they're having right now. They are always having a great promotion on this, but I'm gonna try this today. It is got a Ziploc, so I don't have to do the whole thing, because this says 4 full 1 cup servings. Now, I'm a good sized guy. A 1 cup serving is not gonna fill me up. So this is probably like maybe 2 servings for me. But if you're in a situation, an emergency, and you're rationing some food, maybe a cup's all you need. But it's you boil your water and add it. Now, everybody has seen the Backpacks Pantry and the Mountain House meals. Those are great. I've had them both. Got some favorites. Got some that I don't like so much. It's a preference thing. You pour the water in, mix them right in the bag, and eat them right out of the bag. They're designed for backpacking and camping. This one looks like you would get your water to boil on the stove, which I'm not going to bore you with me boiling water. I have some water going upstairs. I'm going to mix this up, and then I'm going to come back with it cooked, and we're going to look at the texture of it. And it's going to be the first time I'm tasting it. I'll see what it tastes like and let you know right here on this video. But you mix your water, pour it in, whisk it, and then let it simmer and heat for about, it says 25 minutes to get it totally rehydrated. So I decided to pick this one. I also had a corn chowder one that looked kind of good too, but I'm gonna do this one here on the channel today, and see how that goes. So I will go get this going and be right back with you. All right, guys, follow the directions and try to hold this so you can see it. Well, I added some crackers. Looks like there's lentils and elbow macaroni noodles and rice, carrots, spices and seasonings in it. It took a little while. This is not something like a Mountain House that you cook really, really quick. If you're doing it in an emergency or camping situation, you're going to need to have a pot. So if you cook all this, you need to have a good size cook pot. And if you have a lid, it'll probably even cook quicker. But the directions are for this 4 cup serving, which I cut it in half. I did half of it, not the whole thing. But you whisk the entire pouch, or ever how much you're doing, into boiling water. And if you're doing the whole thing, it's 5 cups of boiling water. And then you boil it for 3 to 5 minutes, which I did that, and then simmer it on low for 25 minutes. So once it's boiling, you simmer it for another 25 minutes. So full cook time's about 30 minutes once your water starts to boil and you dump it in. So it's not a super fast thing. And it's called Traveler's Stew. And the first thing I noticed, it smells good. The first thing I've noticed is there's no, I think of stew, I think of like a thick soup. All the water that it called for boils pretty much away. Actually, while I was cooking it, I added a little bit of water back to it to get the full cook time. So it doesn't have a good, like a soupy or stewy base to it. So I I think it would be even better if it had like some beef broth, or maybe if you're taking it camping, beef bouillon cube and some water and pour over it to have some soup, or a little can of tomato sauce, or to make it more like a soup or stew. Visually, that's my first thoughts. Of course, I got some crackers here because this is my lunch. I wanted a couple crackers, but that's the first thing. As far as taste and texture, well, let's make sure I get a little bit of all of it in there. I know y'all can't taste this, but everything seemed to cook. I'm not sure if it's the rice or carrots. Carrots have a little bite to them. They're not mushy. Like I said, definitely if I had some broth, or make it more like a soup, or if you're taking it camping and you can, or if you're using this in an emergency situation and it's your long-term food supply and you've already relinquished maybe your other stuff you have in your home, in whatever kind of emergency situation or scenario. Hope we don't ever have to do that, but it's good to have. I would probably maybe add a little can of tomato sauce or something to it to make it more of a soup or a stew. But it tastes pretty good. But if you don't have anything to eat, everything tastes good. And if you're taking this on a camping trip, everything tastes better in the woods, so it just amplifies the taste of it. So pretty good. The Traveler Stew's not my number one favorite. I'm going to try some of their other ones as I go along, and I can get back to you. I would suggest getting a 72-hour kit from them. A lot of times they run those on sale for like $10. They're normally, I think, $20 or $30, but they'll run a sale for $10. And try a variety of their stuff. That's the best way to do it. I'm looking forward to trying the corn chowder and some of the other ones out of one of the 72-hour kits I have. Definitely a good thing to have. It's a 25-year shelf life. I also have some Wise and a couple other products I'm gonna taste test and kind of get back to you and let you know what I think about them. You can try out as I go along. But I wanted to do this one. I will say, for an emergency, whatever it is, if it's nothing but power outage, ice storms, tornadoes, couldn't get to the store, your bridge is washed out. Most stores only have a 3-day supply of food. That's why there's trucks always rolling in. Years past, I worked and delivered for a company that everybody would know if I mentioned it, and stuff every day. It was, some big stores I was in there every day, like a Walmart or a Sam's Club or Kroger's, big grocery chain here in the South. You're in there every day, stocking, and it was a very, not even an important product really, as a like a meat or something like that. But we were bringing it in as vendors. So that stuff comes in daily. And if you in an area where a snowstorm hits, look how quick shelves empty out of vital things. So that's why it's just a good idea to have some things at your house. And I don't mean just dehydrated food. That's good to have for a long-term storage. And you put it away, you don't have to worry about it. But to keep your pantry at your house stocked with things you eat, things you normally eat, and think about things that will be shelf-stable, canned goods. Just buy some extra ones when you go to the store. Keep it full. Make sure you got a good 2 or 3 week supply of, dehydrated mashed potatoes and vegetables and meats and anything to be canned or dried in your house where you'd be okay. Make sure milk won't keep forever. Most people go through milk pretty quick, but in an emergency, you could have some powdered milk, which tastes awful, but if you really needed it, or butter. And a lot of these dehydrated companies sell dehydrated versions of milk and butter and eggs, things like that you can get. So it's a good idea to have that as your first line, and then have this kind of stuff, the dehydrated food, as your backup to what you already have. But anyway, again, Patriot Pantry and My Patriot Supply, I believe it's the same company. They have deals. Check them out online. You can call that number on the back that I showed earlier. I'm going to show it again in case you missed it. This company is located, I think, based here in Nashville, and the other one's based in Utah. And there's some other companies. But like I said, this is it's going to take some time to cook. It's not going to be a quick and easy thing, but it does taste pretty good. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Remember, you got to go prepared because you just never know.